Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Joy of Sticks. Stickhead here with your Atari ST gaming channel, and welcome to Mark Tortures himself with shoddy Capcom arcade conversions episode 427. This time we're playing Sidearms, and again it's another published by Go, coded by Probe. Yeah, so I'm a bit worried. Hopes are not high, let's put it that way. Anyway, it's based on an arcade that I believe was called Hyperdyne Sidearms, or Sidearms Hyperdyne. Hyperdyne, it ringing a bell. Cyberdyne is the Terminator 2 thing, isn't it? Hyperdyne, I'm sure that's something from Aliens. Anyway, yeah, let me know in the comments if I'm right about that. Okay, interesting. Anyway, the arcade original was released in 1986, as I say, called Hyperdyne Sidearms. Basically, you're in a mech. It's a horizontal shoot 'em up. It's got some Gradius kind of feel to it. Similar to Capcom's prior shoot 'em up, they'd had some success with a game called Section Z. This is kind of a spiritual successor, I suppose. And apparently the evil bosons are attacking the Earth, so we've got to put on a mobile suit and blast them. So let's go. Now the original arcade had multiple buttons, which is always a bit of a worry for a ST conversion, isn't it? It had two fire buttons, so a fire button to fire left and a fire button to fire right, and then another fire button to change the weapon that you're currently using. So it'd be interesting to see how that works. Yeah, you collected power-ups, you could shoot them to change them, so similar to 1943 in that way. And the Commodore, Spectrum, Amstrad, DOS machines, Amiga, the ST and the PC Engine all got a port. But this is the ST version, obviously, published in 1988 by Go, developed by Probe. And this one does have a programmer's name attached to it, Martin Kane, but I couldn't find any other game for the ST that he made, so that's interesting. Let's play the game. Ooh, mouse control, interesting. Right, hang on, let me get my mouse out. Do I want mouse control? Why would it be mouse control for a shoot 'em up? Have I ever played a shoot 'em up with mouse control before? Whirligig, but then that was a weird 360 spinning thing. Not exactly a traditional shoot 'em up. Alright, mouse is in. I don't know if it's working though. Okay, spacebar moves stuff. Okay, demo, no, go. Oh, we've crash landed by the looks of it. Mouse control! Wow! Oh dear. Okay. It's weird. Mouse control. I can't say I've ever controlled a game like this with mouse control before. Ooh, check this weapon out. I mean, is that an upgrade? It kind of seems a bit worse than the one I had before. I'm actually finding it quite difficult to control this game. Oh, I see a little sneaky bullet coming up from behind. I mean, this can't be the only horizontal shoot 'em up with mouse controls, surely. But it's pretty cool that, yeah, I didn't explain this, but the I've changed. Okay, it's pretty cool that I've now got two ways of firing. I can press the left mouse button to shoot to the left, and I can press the right mouse button to shoot to the right. That's one way to get over the limitation of a joystick. I was about to say there doesn't seem to be many opportunities to shoot to the left, but then a couple of enemies did appear in that direction. Okay, I tell you what, first impressions, it's a lot better than I thought it was going to be. It is not terrible. It feels a bit floaty and lightweight. Is that because of the mouse control, maybe? Fire being a bit clicky on the mouse button, has it got a bit less weight to it? But I think it's also, when you shoot an enemy, their explosion sound is like blew, blew, which isn't is not very impactful, is it? And now I've got the spread shot, absolute spread shot with these kind of like 8-way, I'm almost calling it, they're like homers that come out of your ship in Xenon. Whoa, hello. Yikes. Oh, but that felt nice, being able to very quickly zip out of the way. Am I actually damaging this in any way? Yes. And there is a little indicator on the bottom bar, so maybe there's a way of changing a weapon, like it said on the arcade. I'm going to try space. Well, there you go. That's it. That's the key. Press space. And we're heading down now. Into the depths, into the cavern. And I've got another one of those things that changes my shape. I don't know what the significance of that is. Maybe it's some extra armour or something. See, the problem I have with shoot 'em ups these days is my decrepit fingers and thumb cannot stand the constant clicking or tapping of the button. So I might have to stop playing in a minute just because my finger is dead. Alright, I almost want to ram into the sides to see if that kills me. No, it doesn't. Okay. It's so bizarre being able to move around with the mouse. That for mobility. Bizarre, bizarre. But that's interesting then. What was the control scheme like on the arcade? Was it a stick? Or was it like one of those trackball games? We need to find this out. Research must be done. I'm not sure what to go for here. 3-way? Auto? I mean, this one just seems OP. So let's stick with this one, shall we? Oh, actually. Yeah, MDL is probably best for this, isn't it? Shoot then, dude. Gosh, that's quite a hardy enemy, isn't it? Right, we need something with a bit more of a spread to it. We're getting into trouble here. Oh! Oh dear. Oh, and I lost my bit. Or is it BLT? I lost my sandwich. Not to worry, we'll stop off at the co-op on the way home. And we'll get you a cheese and onion. I mean, I seem to be pretty full on power-ups, like almost immediately. But it's still throwing more and more power-ups at me. Yeah, shots is definitely my favourite. I mean, and how many lives do I have? Top left, there's some diamonds there. I've got 4 lives left. Crazy talk. I've died so many times. This game just chucks power-ups at you like willy-nilly. Now I've got 5 lives. You can't be real. Those can't be lives. But I tell you what, a lot more fun to be had here than on Tiger Road. That's for sure. Oh, sneaky little bullet got me. And once again, it's these horrible worm enemies that are the bane of my existence. Oh, I ran right into it that time. That was just foolish. Pow me, pow me. What got me there? Oh dear, now I've got no power-ups. Oh, I got shot in the back. How the mighty have fallen. Oh! I went from super powered up and millions of lives to no power and no lives very quickly there. I tell you what, I love a game that tries to do something a bit different, and it's so much more interesting that way, isn't it? I'm not saying that's an amazing game, but mouse control, yes, thumbs up. Being able to fire in 2 different directions by pressing the 2 different buttons, thumbs up. Gradius style power-ups, thumbs up. Decent music. Very responsive controls, almost too responsive, the way you zip about the screen. Sound effects were a bit mediocre. And what is going on with that palette swapping at the top of that logo? But still, I've had fun with it. There's no doubt about it. Let's have a look at some magazine reviews. What did they think of it? Alright, Games Machine gave it 72%. It's one of those version update reviews, so they'd obviously reviewed a different version before. And now they're looking at the SD version. So it says, it's a rather old coin-op now, and the Commodore 64 version was reviewed. Ah, there you go. So they gave the Commodore 64 version 59% earlier. Sidearms on the ST is first and foremost a single-player game, a major difference considering the arcade machine and 64 version were dual-player. Huh? Well, you wouldn't be able to use 2 mice, would you? That's a bit of a no-go. But still, I can imagine that game being more fun in multiplayer. The background landscapes are high in detail and scroll smoothly. The game is joystick or mouse controlled, although the former falls a long way short of providing the precision required to stay alive. Interesting. So they're suggesting the mouse control is better. Without the mouse, the game is very hard to play. ST Sidearms contains more gameplay than it did on the Commodore, but with only 1 warrior to control, it becomes merely another shoot 'em up with better than average graphics and sound. The tune playing throughout is well done and unobtrusive. Other effects are limited to laser fire and explosions. However, it is an enjoyable action-packed game which has come across well from the coin-op. Oh, it's a fairly balanced review there. Very cool. Now let's see, ST Action, slightly less glowing review here, 61%. Let's see, NC says, with Bionic Commando and now Sidearms, Go look as if they have 2 surefire winners on their hands. Once again, Go have grabbed another minimal Capcom arcade game, this time a straightforward horizontal spacey shoot 'em up. Whilst not being particularly challenging, Sidearms is great fun to play, had me whacking madly at my fire button. Okay. JS, what do they say? This is an interesting comment. The Go label may not have found its identity and an image yet. I wonder what they mean by that. But so what, Sidearms contains all the necessary ingredients that make an arcade game entertaining. So it says you will be entertained by this predictable but enjoyable game. And SM says, what impressed me most in the arcades was the loud thumping music. It was a real driving tune which seemed to envelop you. Perhaps then due to the feeble sound, this is why this conversion is something of a disappointment to me. What a shame. Leaving just a bog standard 4-way scrolling shoot 'em up. However, this just isn't Sidearms as I know it. I can't put my finger on what is lacking, but it's conspicuous by its absence. And then in Ace magazine, Bob Wade gave it 580 out of 1,000. It's that the two-player C64 version wasn't the one... oh, I guess there's a word missing there. It's a shame that the two-player C64 version wasn't the one converted, because this is one player only. Having said that, this version does benefit greatly from mouse control. There you go. Me and 2 reviewers in agreement there. Movement around the screen is good. Shooting left and right is handled using the 2 mouse buttons. Graphics are of a high quality, smooth scrolling, plenty of detail. Gameplay similar to the 8-bit versions, but a bit tougher. Nice. Okay. Well, like I say, that was a nice surprise, really. Again, I'd looked at some screenshots and kind of judged a book by its cover, but there's plenty to enjoy there, and it's worth a play just for the fact that it's mouse control with firing 2 different directions with the 2 buttons. I don't think I've ever come across anything like that before. So yeah, great stuff. Now we've still got a few Capcom games to go, so if you're not currently subscribed, make sure you hit that button, because we're going to have a look at some more. We've got the dreaded Street Fighter coming up soon, so if you want to watch my sanity slowly unravel, you can do so. Anyway, hope you enjoyed watching that. Thank you very much for popping along, and we'll see you next time.